Greetings and welcome back to my channel, Alchemy de la Roche. The place where we not only talk about roaches per se, but about the infinite wisdom that roaches have to offer as we, as human beings, traverse this earth. And in a place where everything is fake, phony, and full of illusions, the cockroach is real. In today's video, we are going to talk about something magical, something mystical, something very powerful, and that is the word magic, the language magic, the gematria of the cockroach. What does it mean? What is its numerical value? And what are the words related to the cockroach? Now, when I embarked upon this particular research with regards to gematria of the cockroach, because I'm thinking to myself, why am I even on this topic? And like at the moment, I only have one subscriber and, it's like nobody wants to have anything to do with cockroaches. I mean, because they're nasty, vile. I mean, they have a reputation for being nasty and vile. And I reckon they are. I mean, if you see a cockroach, then you have to know that there are thousands more where that one came from. However, it seems to be that in this time-space continuum dimension where we are living here on planet Earth, that everything is upside down and all mixed around. Right is left and left is right and wrong is right and right is wrong and up is down and down is up. You know what I mean? So if we think that cockroaches are vile and nasty because that's how we have been conditioned to think and believe, maybe, just maybe, my lovely, beautiful beings, the reality and the honesty of it is actually on the flip side, that roaches are not vile and disgusting creatures, but that they're very magical and mystical. And something very powerful is to be ascertained in studying them. And I tell you one thing, there are scientists and robotics engineers who have and are studying everything about the cockroach to improve technology. I just wanted to put that out there. So we are taking a look at the numerical value of cockroach, the word cockroach. Now, I typed in cockroaches, I typed in roach, I typed in roaches, and that gave me also some other interesting words, which will be the topic of another video. But this particular word that I typed in was simply cockroach. And I went with the Jewish gematria, the number 10, or actually 208. You can combine it, to 10, which reduces also to 1, or you can play around the numbers and make it 118 or 181 or 811, and play around with the energies of those numbers and the various combinations thereof, right? So now I'm just doing this video off the cuff, it's improvised. I don't have a script. I'm just going to read through some words. I'm going to read through some words that I saved, that I put by the side that I wanted to remember. The core, the crystallized part of the cockroach, I have not yet formulated the words for it. Maybe you will stumble upon it yourself as I did. I'm just sort of kind of dancing around the main core of the topic, if you will. And at some point, I'm just going to hone in on what I feel is a very interesting, startling discovery. So here we go. The gematria of cockroach. The gematria of the word cockroach. Now, as I said, I'm going to be freestyling this and taking you through different dimensions of what this all means. And certainly, everyone who listens to this podcast will be touched in different ways. So, here are some of the words that I discovered when looking on the website gematrix.org. The word cockroach. Knee, 999 on neck. This is the Jewish gematria, which is related to the number 10. So knee, 999 on neck. I am sheep. A pineal gland. Elohim, Elohim God. The one, 999. Rare gem, 999. I am a real God. Okay, let me stop there for a second, and let's just sort of kind of meditate on that for a second. First of all, we have the number 10. 10 is complete. It's the start again of a new cycle. So it usually goes from 1 to 9 and then begins again with 10, which reduces to 1. So it's the start of a new cycle. However, when looking at the different words, we see repeatedly the number 999, which when you reduce it to a single number, it is still the number 9. 9 represents completion, breakthroughs, moving into a new dimension, starting something new. So the 1 hasn't begun yet. It hasn't moved into 10, which reduces to 1. We're still on that 9, moving into something unknown, something new, the 9. But in this gematria, we have the 1, 999, and then we have rare gem, 999. So I looked for the angel number meaning of the numbers 999. So the first website that I'm looking at is the angel numbers, meanings and symbolism. Angel number 999. One of the most common signals that our guardian angels are sending to us are numbers. The topic of this text is angel number 999, its meaning and symbolism. As you can see, the number 999 is composed of number 9 that appears 3 times, which means that its power is 3 times stronger. In order to understand the meaning of angel number 999, you have to understand the meaning of the number 9 first. This number is unique and special, and it can bring you a very important message from the divine. Number 9 is associated with the universal spiritual laws and higher perspectives. Also, it symbolizes the strong character of someone, and it teaches us how to be a positive example for other people. Of course, we have to mention that angel number 9 has to do with light working, and it usually means that something will end soon because something else is going to begin. Very often, 9 is considered to be the number of conclusions as well. Now, when we have number 9 that appears 3 times, we should know that the symbolism of number 9 will be much stronger. Angel number 999 certainly means that one life cycle is going to be over because it is time for new beginnings. There is no doubt that angel number 999 has to do with karma as well. So you should let the things just happen. You should not be afraid of changes that may come into your life because they will help you find your life purpose. Your angels who are sending you number 999 will help you choose the right path in your life and devote to your life mission. Below, you will have the opportunity to find something more about the secret meaning of angel number 999. Now, if you've been seeing the number 999, then it's calling to you to investigate further as to what the meaning could be for you in your life and for your particular situation. And if you're watching this and listening to this video, then it has meaning for you. This video is not going to be conclusive because you could research this topic for days, I would imagine. I'm just going to touch upon the more pertinent parts. So on this website, angelnumber.org, it says, we have already mentioned that angels are sending you number 999 to remind you that you should serve to others. A humanitarian work is what your angels want from you. Serving to others will help you complete your soul mission and reach your purpose in life. Of course, most important is to follow your own heart and your intuition. Angel number 999 is telling you to find balance between your material and spiritual world. If you are seeing angel number 999 very often around you, and it is impossible to escape from this number, then it is obvious that your guardian angels are trying to grab your attention. They will send you energy and strength that will help you reach your goals. On the other side, if you have been doing something wrong, your angels will stop you in that. If you keep seeing angel number 999, then you should leave your past behind you and start a new phase in your life. It is time to get rid of all negative thoughts, experiences, and people who serve you no more. It also means the end of old beliefs and habits that were not good for you, the end of some friendships and relationships. Angels are sending you number 999 to tell you that you should forgive yourself, and forgive other people as well. Also, you should learn from your own experiences and you should start to heal your own soul. Your angels are giving you the opportunity to start your life from the beginning and to reach the best version of yourself. Now, that is worth reading again. Your angels are giving you the opportunity to start your life from the beginning and to reach the best version of yourself. When you see the angel number 999, it means that you should use your chance and you should not miss it. You have the opportunity to go forward and to head to the next level in your life. You should never regret for the past times, and you should not blame yourself for something you have done. Now it is time to fix the things and to become a better person. Well, I can just say, my beautiful beings, I can just say that I have been seeing the number 999 often enough to make it conspicuous for me. And the number 9 is a very magical number. You know, you can cancel out nines so that you have just that one single number, which would be the summation of those two numbers. So, for example, if you have 6 plus 9, 7 plus 9, 3 plus 9, 8 plus 9, whatever it is plus 9, 101 or 55 plus 9, you can always get rid of the 9 and you will still have that one number, which will be the addition, the summation of those numbers together. So, for example, 7 plus 9 is 16. And when you add 1 and 6 together, you get 7. Or 8 plus 9 is 17. You add 1 plus 7, you get the 8. So all you have to do is just get rid of the 9 and you have the number. So, and when you add nines together, you always come to 9. So 9 is a very very, very powerful number. Yeah, that is in relationship to the Gematria, where it says rare gem 999. Who's a rare gem? Are you a rare gem? Am I a rare gem? What is a rare gem? A rare gem is something that's hard to source. It's something that's hard to duplicate, replicate. It's something that is scarce, that is maybe even endangered. It's something that is priceless. It cannot, you can't put a price on it. I guess then on the other side, it would be like super duper expensive to try to buy it, to try to own it. I was listening yesterday to some videos on the topic of organic portals, about how the human race is a ratio of 1 to 8, 1 part real humans and 8 part non-real humans. And what are non-real humans? They're extras in your movie. They are sleepwalkers. They are empty portals. They're empty shells, endowed with some kind of consciousness, but not necessarily a spirit. They have limited light. They don't have like the real, true essence, soul, spirit light that a real human has. So it's like 20%. The population is 20% real humans and 80% non-humans. They look like humans to us, and we can interact with them and think that they're humans, but on a deeper level, they're soulless. And I guess you can figure that out if you've ever been under the influence of a narcissist, of a sociopath, a psychopath, somebody who's aggressive, or somebody who's heartless, or someone who displays characteristics that are cold and callous. Could very well be that you are in the presence of a being that looks like a human, but is not really a human. They're just an organic portal for whatever wants to come through. Yeah. So humans are rare gems, like real humans, real, pure, awakened. No, not the word awakened. I don't want to use the word awakened because gives the word a different meaning, but humans who are conscious of what's going on around them, their eyes are opened. We are the rare gems. I am the rare gem. You could possibly be the rare gem. 999. Is the cockroach a god? I mean, like with everything, we live in a dualistic society. We live in a dual construct. So there is dark and light, and there is good and bad, and there are these opposing sides to everything. So whereas a cockroach has much benefits to offer us as a society and as a people, there are certain aspects of the cockroach that you don't want to embody. Like you don't want to have a dirty home. You don't want to associate with dirty people. You don't want to have those kinds of qualities that attract negative spirits and negative entities. However, you could take on the characteristics of thriving in during hard times, learning how to keep your head. When because a cockroach can survive, I think it was like a week or a couple of weeks without its head, and so when it seems like you could be losing your head, metaphorically speaking, that you can keep calm and know that you can survive. Yeah, cockroaches are thrivers and survivors, and they're tenacious. They move in silence. They move in darkness. A negative aspect of that is trying to deal with people, but you can't deal with them because they're not standing in their light. They're not standing in the light. They rather hide, like trolls online. They rather be like, what do they call them, the keyboard warrior. They either hide behind their computer screens under an anonymous profile, and they type in mean comments and a whole lot of negativity. They're like cockroaches. They're the negative representation of a cockroach because they're hiding. They're hiding in darkness and they're operating from darkness. Whereas you could step into the light and be an elevated, transformed, metamorphosized kind of a cockroach. Cockroaches can be a pest. They can be a nuisance if they have taken over a space, if they have taken over your space. But there is a way to control them. There is a way to source them. There is a way to use them as a cash crop. There is a way to use them for a benefit. So let's not throw the baby out with the bathwater, as they say. Cockroach god, cockroach deity. I'm feeling that. I am totally feeling that. The cockroach is God. Now don't get confused. Let's keep it centered, my listeners, my beautiful beings. Let's keep it pure and let's keep it centered. You and I, or let me just speak for myself, and if you can relate, then leave a comment and let me know. Write in, type in, I can relate. I am a divine being. I am pure light. My whole entire body radiates light. When I speak, it's light. When I think, it's light. When I'm talking, it's light. When I express myself, I am expressing light. And every time I move, I always want to express the highest and best version of me. I want to represent that divine conduit source light that is moving through me in this fleshly form as I walk the earth. Now, of course, I used to live my life as a dirty cockroach. Let me just put it out there on Front Street, people. Let me just tell you like it is. I lived my life as a dirty cockroach, right? I didn't care about anything. I mean, I wasn't necessarily a slob per se. That wasn't my MO. I like to dress nice, and I like to have a clean apartment. But I mean, if roaches are already owning a particular space, it really wouldn't matter exactly if you're clean or not, because if they find a crack or a crevice to get into, then they'll just show up, right? Like, when I was living in New York City, the roaches were just there. I guess you could reinforce your walls and reinforce, cracks and crevices to keep them out. But I lived like a cockroach in the sense of not caring for myself and not taking care for the energy I gave to people, not taking care for the kinds of people I allowed to come into my life. Other dirty cockroaches, like whereas I didn't have cockroaches before, but I let certain people come into my life and they brought cockroaches with them, and in a metaphorical kind of a way, they infested my life with negative energies. So I lived the negative aspect of a cockroach. Because cockroaches are known to be a pest and a nuisance, they're not parasites per se. I mean, they will eat absolutely anything for survival. And they're breeders. They multiply with a quickness. So when you take a look at planet Earth and how the human population is reproducing itself, yeah, of course, we want to have sex, and more times than not, it leads to, creating babies, and oftentimes, it's planned to have a baby, and a lot of times it's not planned. The babies just come and come and come, and the population grows. And there are some countries that have, population growth under control. Like, I think in China, I don't know if it's still law or if they've eased up on it. It's against the law to have more than one or two kids, because they want to keep the population numbers under control. And when you have so many people, on a planet or in a space, in an apartment building, in a park, if you have so many people, you know that they're going to leave trash and rubbish behind. You know that they're going to, like, when you go camping, they say, leave the area the way that you found it. If you found it clean, leave it clean. After they took the lockdown off and everybody's allowed to go outside now and, sit at restaurants and go hang out in parks and stuff, do you know that I've been seeing an increase of garbage on the street? Like, man, why? Why do people in groups, why do large amounts of people, why do they have to leave garbage? There are garbage bins. There are garbage receptacles. In a worst case scenario, you can pack the garbage together, put it somewhere in your bag, and dump it later. But why do we have to dirty up planet Earth? So in that way, humans can be like dirty cockroaches. Humans are dirty cockroaches. Well, they can be, for the most part. They're like dirty cockroaches. And this is not to disrespect the cockroach, and this is not to disrespect humans. But you have to call a spade, and you have to say it how it is. We live on planet Earth, and planet Earth is a beautiful Earth. And unfortunately, there's so many things going on that we can't make rhyme or reason of. However, we as a people, 20% humans, the rare gems, 999, the one, 999, I would say that we have a huge responsibility. The chosen ones, the rare gems, we have a huge responsibility to help clean up planet Earth. How, you might say? I don't know. Go out and clean, take a broom to the streets, talk to people, create some videos, spread the message. I have no idea. I mean, of course, the powers that want to be, if they really wanted to, they could clean up the whole entire planet and make it a pure, sweet air, clean breathing ecosystem. And it actually was a clean, sweet breathing ecosystem during the lockdown when everybody was off the streets. It was quiet. The waters were still, the lakes were still. It was nice. The ducks were enjoying themselves. The birds were, everything was cool. It was peaceful and calm. Now the streets are busy again, and the people are making garbage, man. Like, it don't make no sense. Like, would you like it if somebody called you an animal? If somebody called you a pig? If somebody called you a dog? I mean, if you were acting that way, right, then you have to take it as it is. And if you are a pig or a dog or an animal because of the way that you're behaving, and you don't want to be that, then you would have to look at yourself and say, okay, I don't want to be called a pig or an animal or a dog. And I think I might be displaying those characteristics, those traits, those personality traits. So let me see how I can change it. Let me see how I can improve upon myself. You know what I mean? How about being a fancy cockroach? Are there any fancy cockroaches? Yes, I do believe that there are absolutely some off-the-wall, insane, super fancy, high-level, opulent, luxurious, the most beautiful cockroaches you ever did or never did see. And how's that, you might say? This is a theory. This is just my opinion because I have absolutely no idea. But this is my intuition speaking to me. Because the cockroach is so ancient, and the cockroaches are operating under a particular kind of intelligence that's coming from their DNA. It's coming from their own inner gematria code, what's in their DNA. There is a cockroach god deity somewhere, ladies and gentlemen, my beautiful listeners. What if the intelligent cockroach has found a way, the insectoid has found a way to shape-shift itself to be a human? Now, if you saw a big-ass cockroach walking down the street, trying to act like everybody else, trying to blend in, wearing a suit with his big old antennas, and his 6 legs, carrying a briefcase, drinking a cafe latte, you'd bug out, right? You freak out. You're like, oh, that's nasty, man. That's gross. The kids would be like, Mom, Mama, look at that. What's that? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you saw that, you would be bugging out, right? And maybe the roaches know that. Maybe, like, the intelligent roach god knows that if he would show itself in its true form, it would disgust the people. So the roaches have found a way to shape-shift itself into human form. And so now the most beautiful, attractive, charming beings you ever did see could be shape-shifting roaches. It's just a thought. It's just a theory. I don't know. However, with this video almost being about 30 minutes long, I'm going to make a cut here, and I'm going to continue with the part 2 of this video of cockroaches and gematria. Stay tuned for part 2. Ciao.